Hi, this is Cousin Russ. Thought I would share with you something that I've recently learned, a little trick, and maybe it might be helpful for you. And that is how to use Family Tree Maker and the Ancestry Member Tree to get some hints from Facebook. I found this to be very helpful, and I'll just spend a couple minutes to show you how I did that. As usual, I start on the plan workspace within Family Tree Maker, and I have already synced my file, although it says I need to be synced, but it has been synced, and I want to click right here that says Online Tree, and that will take me to my online member tree at ancestry.com. Now, this is my normal tree online. And what I want to do here is pull this pull down menu under tree pages and go to Facebook input. Now I've already agreed to link between my Ancestry member tree and Facebook. There was a sign-in procedure and it contains passwords, and I don't want to do that. But I'm going to go and click on Get Started. Now, this may take a minute or two, but I will talk while I'm doing that. And what is happening now, the best that I can tell from out here, is that Ancestry is communicating with Facebook with information from sending information to see if there's any matches on Facebook of people that are in my Ancestry member tree, and will allow me to bring information from the Ancestry member tree from Facebook into the Ancestry member tree. For an example, earlier today, when I was learning how to use this and testing out the process to make sure I got it to work right, I had 21 new Facebook contacts that I didn't know that I had. I know that I got family on Facebook. I started out with 24 people already in my file that have Facebook information. And when I went through this process that I'm going to demonstrate now, I had 21 new contacts. And there's a couple reasons why I've done this, and the biggest one is it helped solidify some relationships that I had. It's given me some documentation within Facebook of relationship between spouses or parents and children. But the one thing that I picked up was the ability to pick up pictures, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate right now. And I'm going to get down here to Carrie, and I'm going to click on Add. And by the way, there's a feature while it's loading here. I can search for people, search by name. Now, Carrie is my daughter, and I have selected her name, and it's asking me to select, because what Facebook says is Carrie Worthington, and yet within my database I say something else. I have her full name, but you notice what happened there? It added her picture. So I did not have her picture from Facebook. I have other pictures, but I didn't have it in her profile within Family Tree Maker, or my Ancestry member tree, thus Family Tree Maker. And there's a whole bunch, there's about 40 new people over here, including some information that I'm going to gather later, because there's some connections of people here that aren't in my tree. I'm sorry, they're in my tree, but I don't have any information on. But I'm just going to select that one picture and select down here that says I'm finished. So what that's going to do, it's going to tell me it's going to take a second to do that. Now, offers me the ability to send information to my Facebook family and friends, and I don't want to send anything to Facebook. So I'm going to continue without sending. So I could do an update to Facebook that says I've collected some information. Now it added some other pictures here, and I did that earlier, but I never brought them into Family Tree Maker. So now I'm going to come over here to into Family Tree Maker, because what I need to do now is to sync now. So I'm going to click on sync now, and it is now syncing the information between Family Tree Maker and Ancestry Member Tree. And it said I added 3 captions. And that's interesting. I thought that would have brought in some pictures, but maybe it will, or maybe I need to go get them. And there were actually 3 new objects that were updated, to one of which I did. And I'm going to, what I normally do is save this PDF file in case I need to come back and figure out what I did. And I'm just going to save that file. And I don't want to open it, but I'm going to close it, and I'm going to continue with the update. Now, it appears that the pictures did not get downloaded into my file, but I do know that there are 3 pictures in my Ancestry Member Tree that I expect to be able to bring them in. Now, what I really want to illustrate is, now that I have this new information, how am I going to cite the sources? I have what came in from the merge was a source group called Facebook. Now, that's not very helpful. Now, I have an update for my daughter, but this is not in a template format. Now, what I'm going to do to get it into the template format, I'm going to copy that citation detail into the citation text. And I have shown this before. I need to figure out what goes into the citation detail. And if I click on the edit source, it'll tell me what I need to put into a note that I made when I created this. It will tell me to, that's not what I wanted it to do, because it's not in a template. I copied this, and I'm copying everything. I want these links to come in, and I'll show you why in a minute, but this is not in the template format. So get it to this plain free-form citation. I'm going to go over here to this citation, I'm sorry, source title, and come down here to my daughter. And now that citation that I just brought in from Facebook is now in the template format. And you'll see that right here it says template source. Now here is where I can click on the pencil, and it will come up. It says I need to type the word accessed and the date. So I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to highlight this and just type access. 13 October 2014. Now what I don't need for the citation is this text that says Facebook update, and I certainly don't want to have this link in here. I don't want that into my citation. So now I'm going to just click here, and now I'm going to, so far it's linked, I'm sorry, put the citation into the template format. I'm going to click on new, and I'm going to find my daughter, if I learn how to spell. And like I said, if I learned how to spell, I would do so much better. Now, there is her name as it was in Facebook. It didn't have her full name, it just had her name. So I selected that because that's where the citation is going to go. It's going to go on her name. Now, because I have created my source, my search log, I double clicked on her name, which will bring up her page, her profile page. And in this research log, I'm going to put 10, 13, 14, Facebook update. And I know that was had the wrong year. That was a typo on my part. So I've now put in, I've put in my resource log, and it has a picture. That's the old picture, and the new picture did not come in with the web merge, and I will have to deal with that later. I don't want to bore you with that, but here's why that I have done all this little extra work, because if I click right here, and I'm not going to do it because she's my daughter and she's still hanging around, this will take me directly to her Facebook page. So if I want to see relationships or any detail that's not in my database, this link right here will take me directly to her Facebook page. So in essence, what I have demonstrated for you is the ability to pull data from your Ancestry member tree into Family Tree Maker, and it lets me pull data, check relationships. I've verified some dates, some information that is on Facebook that's not in Family Tree Maker. I can go back and forth between Facebook and bring it right into Family Tree Maker. Any data that wasn't included, and I, in fact, would go back and make sure that I've got all the data that I want from Facebook for this merge that I just did, bring it all into from Facebook into Family Tree Maker. So I've captured about like I said, I've added 21 new people who I now have contact with information in Family Tree Maker for my family who is currently on Facebook. So it's something to think about. Again, you control what gets presented. The information that I have in my Family Tree Maker file is because it's living people, will not be displayed online. And any data that I have there will not be displayed. So I found it very helpful that I now know in my database who I can communicate with on Facebook. Something to think about. Thank you, and have a great day.